Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for episode 6 of our Manchester City career mode here on FIFA 22. We're into season 4, aren't we, of course? And we're doing pretty well. We just beat Inter Milan 5-0. We did get a 2-1 loss to Brighton in the league. We seem to either win big or struggle to score and lose the game, so we're a bit hit and miss at the moment. In the calendar, as you can see at here, we've got a few games that are sort of simulation games today. It's going to be sort of an episode of progression, really. We've got Burnley at home, which we'll use the sim system for. Bournemouth away, again the sim system. And the same for Sheffield United away. A quick sim, or Sheffield United at home will be a quick sim. The same for Mulder. And then, of course, we will go into 2 games, I think we'll get into this episode, really. Maybe 3 with the Arsenal game, depending on how long it will be. With Everton away and Spurs at home, which are 2 big Premier League games. Of course, we are currently top of the Premier League by 4 points. Ahead of Manchester United. Brighton not too far behind, 5 points behind us after that win against us. So this is the side for Burnley today. Ederson starts in goal. It's Aarons, Diaz, Torres, Tierney, Rodri, Kayiki, Foden and Grealish. And of course Isak and Jesus up top today. No Raheem Sterling. He's rested for today's game. We've got Vlahovic and Sterling, McAtee, Phillips, Cancelo, Jimenez and Bazunu on the bench there. No Lacroix, no Esbrand or Palm, a little bit tired. And of course De Bruyne is injured again. His season's looking like a really poor one actually. And Bellingham also injured. Don't know what to do about Kevin De Bruyne because his injuries are really mounting up now, aren't they, this season? So we are using the sim system to go into this game against Burnley. See the Burnley side there. Pope is in goal. Murillo, Egan, Schurz and Bakker in that back 4. Darun, Provod and Bigo in the midfield 3. And then Jeremy Pino, Kent and Cristante as a striker. Very defensive Burnley side. Of course, beat them 3-0 at home in the Cup. I'm looking to do similar today. We will expect a win against Burnley in this sim system. We can, of course, jump in if need to. That's why we're using the sim system, because Burnley isn't always an easy ride. Burnley behind here down the wide areas. Chance for Burnley, the shot by Provod, which is just over the bar. But that was a really good chance for them early on. Who's not having the best of seasons compared to last season. And Gabriel Jesus, who started the season poorly, has started to step up. 1-0 Manchester City. I think it's an assist for Phil Foden. Jesus beats Pope at the near post. And we lead Burnley by 1-0. All over Burnley here. Rodri, Isak, Pau Torres. Oh, and then it was Isak and Rodri involved. Rodri playing very forward thinking here from holding midfield today. And here's Burnley on the counter, however. Number 16. Chance for Burnley as he looks to get a shot off. And Burnley do get a shot off. And it's Cristante who you're questioning playing as a striker since he's a midfielder. Well, he scored here. And he's levelled it up at 1-1. That's poor defending from us. When we probably should be more than 1 goal up. Isak forward and into Gabriel Jesus. And Jesus gets the second one. Another assist for Phil Foden. I'll tell you what, Gabriel Jesus, I doubted him a little bit last season. He's stepping up this season. Doubted himself this season as well. 90 rated now, the Brazilian. And firing on all cylinders. Grealish, look at that ball to Jesus that's on. Jesus into Alexander Isak and Nick Pope. There ahead, the goalkeeper to intercept that. Tierney's outnumbered though, a little bit lost. He tries to get a ball in. Rodri picks it up. Phil Foden with a hit. Good save by Nick Pope, and that gives Dusan Vlahovic a chance to come on for Alexander Isak. Here as Jesus hits the crossbar. Very good chance for City to finish that game 3-1, and that's game over, isn't it? Kayiki into Dusan, into Gabriel Jesus, hat-trick for the Brazilian. Manchester City 3, Burnley 1. That'll be 3 points going our way. We're going to make a double substitution. James McAtee for Phil Foden. And Joao Cancelo for Max Aarons. Did neither. The chance for Burnley on the counter and Diaz again. Wonderful defending. Full time. A 3-1 win for Manchester City. The main thing is Gabriel Jesus with a 10.0 rating. A hat-trick for the Brazilian. Our next game is another sim system one. It's bottom of the league. Our next game is another sim one. Now, I was thinking of using the sim system, but I think I will just use a quick sim. Bournemouth, bottom of the league with in 20th. I don't know how many points they've got here. Let's have a look at how many points Bournemouth have got in the league table. Probably not many. 5 points from 13. We will quick sim this game. I think it will be an easy win. We pick up a 3-0 win over Bournemouth. It's Jack Grealish in the 34th minute. Joao Cancelo from fullback in the 63rd. And then another goal for that man, Gabriel Jesus, who makes it 3-0. Clean sheet away from home and 3 points. And our final Premier League simulation of the episode. It's Sheffield United in a Premier League simulation, no more. We've also got a Champions League simulation against Molde before the episode really starts with the gameplay, and plenty of big games coming up. Everton away, Arsenal away, Spurs at home, Everton at home in the Cup, and Manchester United at home as well, a derby. Big games coming thick and fast, still 4 points clear. Another quick sim first to go against Sheffield United. And we pick up a 2-1 win at home. Sheffield United get a consolation goal in the 83rd through Osborne. It is Cancelo in the 8th and then Phil Foden in the 61st that gives us that 2-1 win and, importantly again, 3 points. And finally, our last simulation of the episode, it's Molde versus Manchester City at home. A win will put us top of the group, finally, on goal difference ahead of Inter, and we will put out a rotated side. And a 3-0 win in the Champions League. Goals come from Cole Power in the first minute, Kaiki in the 68th, and Still in the 76th to give us a 3-0 win. And finally, simulations are over for this episode and possibly the next, with so many big games coming up. Well, some good news after this simulation period. Kevin De Bruyne is back again, this time in training. We're not going to rush him back as quickly this time. We're going to get him to full sharpness, play him in little bits of games before we put him straight back in the first team. Clearly, that was a mistake. You can see here we're top of the Premier League table now in these simulation games by 7 points. 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. And I think I saw something very interesting, and I did. Ballon d'Or winner Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling lifts the Ballon d'Or for Manchester City. That is incredible, and that shows just how good he was for Manchester City last season, how good he was for us. 34 goals and 27 assists, ridiculous numbers, and that gifts Raheem Sterling the Ballon d'Or. Journalists have voted. He has beaten the likes of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, but mainly the new era of top quality players. Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, Raheem Sterling, Ballon d'Or winner. Remember that. This is the side for Everton today. Only one real change in the starting 11. So Ederson starts in goal. It's Cancelo, Captain Diaz, Torres and Tierney in the back four. Phillips comes in for Rodri, which is the main one. And then Grealish and Foden either side. Raheem Sterling in behind Gabriel Jesus and Isak. Jesus in ridiculous form. We've got a lot of tired legs and no real player in that position with De Bruyne and Bellingham out who plays the sort of central midfield. Palmer is tired, Kaiki is tired, McAtee is tired, so I've gone with Sterling in behind Isak and Jesus. Very, very attacking front three there. Sort of a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-5 really with those attacking players. Hopefully that works for us against Everton at Goodison Park today. It isn't too attacking for Everton to get, pick holes in our defence and pick holes in our midfield and getting behind us a little too easy. So Manchester City versus Everton today. City against a very good side in Everton, aren't we really? In 7th position. Clearly doing pretty well in the league. Never quite broke into the sort of European places just yet. But we could see that from a side, and we come to a very tough ground to come to and trying to get 3 points at. This is the Everton side then. Alex Meret starts in goal. It's Jorge Sanchez, Guerrero, Zuma and Keane at the back, Valverde and Andre Gomez in the midfield too, and it's Gabaman, Larson and Simmer in behind Adam Klosek, who looks a real talent. Kudus on the bench there, Doucouré, Drame, Sims as well, but Holsek up top is a real top quality player. I think he's around 86, 87 rated already at only 20 odd years of age. He is one to look out for, one our defence might struggle up against. So Manchester City versus Everton, it's live from Goodison Park, and immediately Simmer on the attack there, but behind for a throw-in. Calvin Phillips into Gabriel Jesus, having a very good time at the moment, Jesus. And he put a ball through to Alexander Isak here. And Alexander Isak finishes that chance brilliantly. 1-0 Manchester City here at Goodison. Really good finish from Alexander Isak. Hopefully he just starts to pick up form again and starts scoring the goals. He just hasn't been at it like last season or the season before. Really good finish from Isak, by the way. Really good finish. Jesus finds him. And he bends one into that top corner. There's the Swede. Past Meret, the ex-Napoli man. And that is goal number 7 in 14 for him. Well, usually he's scoring a goal a game, Isak. It only takes a couple of, big games where he gets a couple of hat-tricks and things, and he's right back up there with his usual level. And then into Cancelo, who's overlapping. And Cancelo intercepts that one and goes back to Ruben Dias. And we see him controlling in this game at the moment, which is good to see. Jesus, good footwork. Tierney. Sterling into Gabriel Jesus, who should score. He misses some sitters. Isak with a hit off the crossbar from Alexander Isak. Sterling. Foden with a chance. And then Everton get it away, but so many times there we should have scored. Oh, Sterling's not played well in that position in the hole. That's all. A chance for them. And Pau Torres with it. Aggressive challenge on Klosek, who could have been a penalty, really. Plays it off to Raheem. He will get running. And Raheem with a great ball. And here's Phil Foden, pulls it back to Alexander Isak with a hit. And it's a second goal for Isak. An assist for Phil Foden. And 2-0 lead Everton here. And it's been the, I don't know, the Alexander Isak show, really. Great ball from Sterling. Foden spots that little gap. And Isak with a nice hit on his left foot. His weaker left foot. Or his stronger left foot. Both feet are very good for Isak. 2-0. If we can keep a clean sheet now, we will be going away with 3 points. Sterling, tackled. A bit of trouble here. Good chance, Edison with a save. Well, we are creators of our own problems there, aren't we? Phillips, and that is half-time. 2-0 we lead. I'm very happy with the performance so far. Very, very happy. One little mistake, but not too much. We've been very much in control of this game so far. Back into Jack. Just gets past the challenge, Jack Grealish. And Grealish then plays it up to Alexander Isak, who gets his hat-trick as Alexander Isak. What a ball from Grealish. What a bit of play from Jack Grealish on that left-hand side. And Alexander Isak gets a hat-trick. Could we have this man back? We really could. Great play from Grealish here. Dinks it over to Isak. He's back. He's got to be back, hasn't he? Great finish from Isak. He's been missing them recently. But he places that one in the bottom corner after a little lofty pass by Grealish. 3-0 Manchester City, hat-trick for Isak. Could we be hitting form right here, right now? You know, could we bring Dusan Vlahovic on and him score a hat-trick as well, just like last season? Gabaman. Fede Valverde made some good signings. Torres, foot in the box, is a penalty. That was so stupid by me. Pau Torres sticks a leg out late. Hoping I wouldn't really take him out. I was looking for the ball. He just makes a stupid late challenge as the Spaniard. Off comes Larson, on comes Mohamed Kudus. And Fede Valverde looks to take our clean sheet away, which he does do, the Uruguayan. And he makes it 3-1. That's real frustrating. To concede a goal so poorly. Pau Torres at fault for that one. A really silly penalty to give away. We are 3-1 up. That is literally Everton's second shot of the game, and it comes from the penalty spot. Diaz with him. He blocks the first cross. Chance for Valverde. Good save by Edison. Well, the goal for Everton has really picked the fans up. And a game which we took the sting out completely. He's right back in there now. Header by Valverde. Over the bar. Rafa Benitez applauds his midfield engine there. Klosek around Pau Torres. Chance for a cross. Gabaman back to Klosek. Edge of the box. Valverde! Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Edison didn't read that at all. But that was a warning sign of possible 3-2. Good football. No need to panic. Grealish. Sterling. They're in trouble when you get Raheem Sterling in these sort of positions. Because he can run, and Vlahovic works it wide to Phil Foden. And Phil Foden will bend one in. Dusan Vlahovic gets an assist there. Just works it across to Phil Foden. That's 4-1. That's game over for Manchester City. That is us going home with 3 points. And it's a brilliant goal from Phil Foden. Once you get Sterling in a position like that where he's running out of defence, you have to worry. Vlahovic works it wide to Foden. And it's a great finish by Phil on the angle. And I'm thinking Jesus off for Raheem, Jesus in there for Raheem Sterling. And Jesus will come off for Palmer or Kaiki. I'm thinking Cole Palmer. We'll push him to the right hand side and put Foden through the middle. But 4-1. That is the game, I think, over there. We keep possession and we don't go up the other end and concede. So it's the passing. We give the ball away cheaply in the final third. Seeing it. Cross into Vlahovic. Second chance at it, and Dusan Vlahovic finished it 5-2. Well, even Vlahovic has come on and scored here. Good chance and a good goal. He kept going as well there, Vlahovic. But recently I haven't always seen him do that. Cancelo's off for Aarons. That skips over the challenge and volleys it into the bottom corner as a serve. Thank you, Dusan. Aarons is on now. A defensive change by us, but it's good to see Dusan scoring again. 5-2. Vlahovic. Sterling. Oh, Vlahovic. He's in here, Dusan Vlahovic, and Vlahovic gets another one. And he runs away celebrating 6-2, a double for him off the bench. A game of goals here. Something we haven't seen for a while, it feels like. Good goal for Dusan. With the studs as well. Works hard to get there ahead of the goalkeeper. Good ball from Sterling, by the way. And he just studs it past Mede. I mean, if Mede sticks an arm out there, he stops that, doesn't he? 6-2, a hat-trick for Isak, a double for Dusan Vlahovic. Strikers are firing again. I'll tell you what, other Premier League clubs must be pretty worried. Sterling. Vlahovic once more. Vlahovic for the hat-trick. Dusan Vlahovic off the bench and a hat-trick for him as well. Well, thank you, Everton. Thank you, Everton, so much. You've got our two strikers back to their best. Vlahovic hat-trick, Isak hat-trick. That is down to Everton's shocking defending. And if it wasn't for them, we maybe be feeling that Vlahovic is still in poor form. Really worried about him in the last episode. Comes on and gets a hat-trick. Alexander Isak starts to get a hat-trick. 7-2. Back to scoring ridiculous amounts of goals here. And that is full-time, 3 points. That is a very, very positive first bit of gameplay for the episode, isn't it? Because it looks like Manchester City's attacking intent is back. Up next is a proper title battle now. It seems that Manchester United have started to drift away. Actually, interesting enough, look at this Premier League table. 5th, 4th, 3rd are all on 30 points. 6 are on 29 points. And 2nd, which are Tottenham Hotspur, on 31. Everyone is so close together. I mean, we are 9 points clear of Spurs, but the table is so congested between 6th and 2nd, battling for, you know, Champions League football. We're way ahead at the top of the table. I think we're going to absolutely cruise the Premier League this season. It's looking like that anyway. I mean, we've lost 2 games and drawn 1, and we're still 9 points clear. That shows how poor the rest of the Premier League table is at the moment. Gashardo's men, Manchester City, are miles away from everyone else. But we play Spurs today, 2nd place Spurs. A win here would put us even further away in the Premier League table, even far away from all of those other teams. That is interesting, especially when we're not even at January yet, not even at the halfway point in the season. Looking worrying for the other Premier League sides, because Manchester City have built a beast here, haven't we? We're dominating. And the thing is, this team's just getting better and better. I mean, Pau Torres has grown to 90 now. Look at that defence. Possibly get tiered into 90s. That is ridiculous how good our defence is at the moment, how good our midfield is, how good our attack is. And we've got young players coming through ready to just step in and replace those players, like Palmer, like McAtee, like Liam Delap out on loan. It's incredible how good we're actually doing at the moment. So this is the side for Tottenham Hotspur today. Edison starts in goal. It's Cancelo, Diaz, Torres, and Josh Wilson-Resbrand comes in for Tierney. Just a better delivery of the ball in the box, better way going forward. I mean, his passing is 79, yes, but I mean, he's got, let's have a look at his actual passing. Short pass 93. Crossing 76 can improve on, but he just feels better in the final third than Tierney. We've got Rodri in the holding midfield role, Foden, Palmer and Grealish in behind Isak and Raheem Sterling on the bench. Dusan Vlahovic, hat-trick hero in the previous game off the bench. Jesus Kaiki, Phillips, Aarons, Jimenez and Bazunu. Today, Tierney, Lacroix, Howard Bellis and McAtee miss out again. Still no Bellingham, still no De Bruyne. I can't wait to have one of these two back. So the Etihad Stadium welcomes 2nd place Tottenham Hotspur. A bit of a lights display going on at the Etihad there with a big banner of Alexander Isak, a hat-trick in the previous game, as well as Dusan Vlahovic. So 2 hat-trick heroes in our squad, 1 starting, 1 on the bench. And Spurs are the 2nd place side in the Premier League, a side we face today. Antonio Conte, who plays Harry Winks at the back in this save for whatever reason. There seems to be a lot of problems like that on FIFA 22 for whatever reason. And we are 9 points clear of the 2nd place side. So a win here today would be, well, if we won today in real life, you would see the newspapers coming out, wouldn't you, all over that, you know, City ruin football and how bad we are for the Premier League. But you know what? We don't care. We are going in a ridiculous direction to not only, you know, domestic domination of the Premier League, but also European domination and world football domination. We're building a side that is self-sustainable, where we don't have to sign players anymore. We'll bring through young players. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And a familiar face in there for that Spurs side, Paul Pogba starts for them, one of their top goal scorers this season. And this is the Tottenham Hotspur side. So Dean Henderson starts in goal. It's a back 4, Ricardo Pereira, Eder Militao, Harry Winks and Ryan Sessegnon. Midfield 3 of Camavinga, Joe Rode on him there, and Paul Pogba. And then Thomas Lamar, Heung-min Son support Alvaro Morata on the bench. Emerson, Everton, Bennett and Babu, Rebic, Parrott and ex-number 1 goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. Spurs in for a big game today. Us in for a big game. Manchester City versus Spurs. Gallardo versus Conte. It's live from the Etihad Stadium. Can force the play power with his passing. Here's Sterling. Through the back of him comes Camavinga. And we do see a card that is coloured red for Eduardo Camavinga. Signed from Real Madrid. And he's off. Sterling's not happy with that challenge anyway. Nasty challenge for the back of Sterling. Red card for second place. Spurs straight away. Over aggressive massively. And it's going to cost them that. Here's Isak. Diaz, he's not one to shoot. Is he Diaz? But Diaz hits one. What a hit from the captain. What a hit from the captain. An absolute wonder goal from Ruben Diaz. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. I could see it was on. I saw it was Diaz and thought, well, maybe not. But he steps up here from the pass from Isak. And he just goes for it. And he rifles this one into the bottom left-hand corner past Dean Henderson. It's a wonderful strike from the captain, the centre-back, who nearly gifted Spurs a goal early on. Thomas Lamari made a terrible pass that gave it away to Morata, who gave it to Lamar. Well, Diaz says, sorry for that mistake. Let me go and score a wonder goal instead. His first goal in 16 games this season. And we lead by 1-0 against 10 men, Tottenham Hotspur. What a start to this game within 6 minutes. Hearing it. The only difference is he's lower rated. Here's Lamar. Pogba. Morata, good block by the captain and goal scorer Diaz. It's Heung-min Son actually. And a corner for them. Isak. Brilliant. Esbrand. Grealish with a volley. Good save from Dean Henderson, but good ball in from Esbrand. He actually finds his man in the box. Something we don't see from Kieran Tierney at the moment. Pogba. Foot in by Rodri. Fantastic. Isak. Sterling. Into Super Jack Grealish. Grealish. Back into Raheem Sterling with the left foot. Good save from Henderson. I wanted to go to Isak badly, but I knew Militao would intercept that. Foden. Palmer. Nodded away by Morata. And down to Grealish. Back into Palmer. Poor pass by him, but Pau Torres picks it up. Foden. Oh, he's tackled as well. Oh, and Phil Foden's down injured now. That is really bad news. Another midfielder. Another midfielder who can play through the middle is injured. We might be going into the transfer market for an emergency loan at this rate. Oh, he's burnt past Pereira like he's not there. Esbrand back to Sterling. Cole Palmer with a hit. And Palmer looks to put it in the bottom corner. Wide to Grealish. Esbrand just seems to look at a player and think, you know what, I can beat you. I can beat you. And he just goes past him. Foden. Isak. Sterling. Back to Alexander Isak. Cracked in the top corner. 2-0 Manchester City. Well, that's a brilliant goal, that. It is a brilliant goal. The way he feeds it into Sterling, you think, you know, turn with Sterling and shoot. Sterling just lays it back off to Isak. One touch and then he's put it in the top corner. Great football. Really good football. Bang. Wonderful finish from Isak. Phil Foden's going to have to come off, unfortunately. It will be Kaiki who comes on for him. Palmer's going to go through the middle. Grealish will stay on that left-hand side. Brilliant goal from Alexander Isak, who's back scoring again. And off comes the injured Phil Foden for Brazilian Kaiki, which is a big miss losing Phil Foden. 93 rated, one of our best players by far. Morata. Pereira. Spurs with a chance here. Giving away to Jack Grealish. Look at Esbrand go again. Sterling. Here's Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Into Alexander Isak with a chance, and Isak makes it 3-0 Manchester City. Just like that. 3-0 Manchester City. Alexander Isak in a position to finish that. Brilliant from Isak. Absolutely brilliant from Isak. Wilson-Esbrand into Alexander Isak. One touch on his right foot. Bottom corner. Second goal. That's 5 goals in his last 2 appearances for Isak in the Premier League. Bends it round Dean Henderson. And we take a 3-0 lead here at the Etihad Stadium. Morata is off. Troy Parrott is on. How are this side second in the Premier League? I don't know. I have to say, the Premier League's level has dropped massively. That's a late challenge. Oh, come on now, referee. Tackle on Cole Palmer. Oh, this could be the best assist I've ever seen. Oh, good interception by the goalkeeper Henderson. Grealish with a wonderful assist, but Cole Palmer went... Is he back up and not injured? He is injured. That's another midfielder injured, everyone. We are struggling for injuries in the midfield. Palmer gets crunched. Into Sterling. Burst away from Raheem. Up against Ellen Leitao. Oh, brilliant. Rodri. Alexander Isak. Isak. Through on goal here. Isak with a hit. Isak with a goal. 4-0 Manchester City. Spurs on 10 men. Why they got that stupid red card from Camavinga, I don't know. Isak's done it again. Isak is back. Isak is so back. Runs through on goal. And he finishes his chance brilliantly. And I tell you what, Isak, you've got your couple of goals. Dusan Vlahovic going to come on as well. I think that's all 3 substitutions, unfortunately. All used. Kaiki, Isak, and Vlahovic and Aarons. So off comes Alexander Isak. On comes Aarons. On comes Dusan Vlahovic, looking to get a goal for himself. 4-0. We're going to have to up the difficulty. But the one thing I'm frustrated with is I can't stop the red cards being given. I can't stop the red cards being given. They just seem to get red cards all the time. Son. Well done, Aarons. Vlahovic on the turn. Here's Dusan. Into Raheem. Raheem through to Dusan Vlahovic. Get off me, he says. Sessegnon. Vlahovic! Oh, it's wide of the post from the serve. Nearly makes it 5. Gashado has created a monster here, hasn't he, in this side. Aaron throws a foot in. Rodon. Rodri. Just incredible from Rodri. Here's Raheem. Late tackle on Raheem Sterling. Cancelo takes it past him, and that's brilliant from Cancelo. That is world-class football. Sterling across to Dusan Vlahovic. Wonderful defending. Wonderful defending. Sterling should have gone for goal himself there. And selfish of Raheem. Now Torres in there. Might fall to Grealish this one. Back into Sterling. Cancelo nods it down. Can we get a second centre-back on the score sheet? Torres with a shot. Blocked away. Rodri. Grealish. Vlahovic. Oh, into Max Aarons with a chance. Assist for Dusan Vlahovic and a goal for Max Aarons. 5-0 Manchester City. So easy. The sliders are being changed. We are taking this from ultimate to completely incredible ultimate. We have to, don't we? These are second place in the league and we're tearing them apart. Incredible assist from Dusan, who's back. He's back. Dusan is back. 5-0 Manchester City. Just torn them apart. Just absolutely torn Spurs apart like they weren't there. Cancelo loses out the battle. Now Torres. And that is full time. 5-0 Manchester City. We can't help the red card, but it just seems a little bit too easy, doesn't it? So we will bump up the sliders before the end of the episode and before the final game. Alexander Isak with another hat-trick. What a player he is. And he's back to his best. So is Dusan. So is the whole team. But the injuries are a worry. Foden injured, Palmer injured also. The midfield is getting depleted very quickly with these injuries that are coming thick and fast. Well, some positive news at least on the injury front. Foden and Palmer both will only be out for 5 days with bruised shoulder injury, which is positive, really positive. I did expect perhaps a month or so for each, but 5 days, they'll be back very soon. So guys, we've made a few changes to the settings. First is this player-based difficulty. Never heard of this before. It's new to FIFA 22. It was off. I've turned it on. Apparently, it makes players who are higher rated stand out more. So they have more skills and use the CPU AI. No idea what difference it'll make, but I've changed it. And I've also made a few differences to the gameplay. So shot error is down from 50 to 45, which means they'll be, better at shooting. Pass error is down from 50 to 45 again. And the only other one I've changed is first control down to 45. And what else did I change? Goalkeeper ability, I've bumped it up to 55 as well. So just made them a little bit better, really. I also changed the line height, to 35. So the defensive line of teams is not so high, so I can't just sprint in behind them every time. They play a little bit deeper. Hopefully that makes it a little bit more difficult. If we're still smashing teams, then we will again, go down maybe to 40 on each. But for now, we'll go 45, little bits, because if we do it too much, we go into this next game, our final game of the episode, which is against Arsenal, and just get absolutely destroyed, couldn't we? So next game is, like I said, against Arsenal. They are down in 11th place, but we are 10 points clear at the top of the Premier League table at the moment. Well, just a few changes in today's side for the game against Arsenal. A few important changes, really. This is the side we're going to go with. We're going to get Sterling out of there, actually. So Ederson starts in goal. We've got Cancelo. Jimenez comes in alongside Captain Diaz at the back. They just think those two might do pretty well together. And Kieran Tierney there at the back. Just feel like today's a game for Jimenez for whatever reason. We've got Calvin Phillips in the midfield for a very tired Rodri. And then it's Grealish, McAtee and Kaiki. Very inexperienced midfield attacking three behind Alexander Isak and Gabriel Jesus. On the bench, Dusan Vlahovic, Raheem Sterling. And then Esbrand, Aarons, two fullbacks and two defenders as well in Pau Torres and Maxence Lacroix. Bazunu also on there. So Palmer injured, Foden injured, Bellingham injured, De Bruyne injured, and Rodri tired. That is 4 midfielders all out for the team at the moment, which is a big, big miss. So a makeshift side, really, especially in these positions, McAtee and Kaiki. But I've got no doubt that those two will step up and do their best to try and help the side today. McAtee, of course, scored our opening goal of the Premier League season. So live from the Emirates Stadium, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Deschado versus Mikel Arteta, who's progressed with his Arsenal side, who looked like a dangerous side last season and looking like they were going to be a title challenger. They've dropped off again, down in 11th this season, not having the best of seasons. But they come up a good City side in us. We've changed the sliders. Hopefully, they play a little bit better today. And hopefully it's more of a test against us. Of course, we've dropped that defensive line so that we can't just, sprint in behind them. We've improved their passing, improved them. Now, obviously, another way is to make us worse, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to make us worse. That's when you start getting frustrated with the game, when your players stop playing to the quality that they have. So this is Arteta's Arsenal side. Bernd Leno's back in goal. It's Florenzi, Chambers, Hideo and Tavares in the back four. Kalidou Koulibaly in the midfield alongside Lokonga. And then it's McNeil, Smith Rowe and Mohamed El Neni in behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Positions all over the place. Mazraoui, Azar, Hadji, Tomiyasu, Galeno and Alan Saint-Maximin on the bench. Why have El Neni on left wing when you've got Alan Saint-Maximin on the bench? I don't know. Manchester City versus Arsenal. Koulibaly in the midfield as well. It's live from the Emirates Stadium. Koulibaly. Calvert-Lewin with a chance. Ederson. That was a weak shot really from Calvert-Lewin. I feel like Ederson should have caught that. But he just parries it. Cross comes in here. Header by Arsenal. Into the hands of Ederson, but immediately the side's looking a little bit more dangerous against us. Another injury. Kaiki's getting back for his side. Mohamed El Neni. Well done, Kaiki. Foot in by the Brazilian. Hopefully Cancelo's not injured. I think he is. Smith Rowe. Lokonga steps out. Two players. Koulibaly with a chance. And Koulibaly playing as a bursting forward midfielder. Cancelo's going to come off injured. On comes Aarons. But Kalidou Koulibaly scores for Arsenal. Good football from them. Why is he bursting forward, Koulibaly of all people? Maybe that's why he's playing in midfield. Arteta's unlocked his real potential. His first goal in 10 games. Cancelo comes off injured for Max Aarons. And we're 1-0 down at the Emirates here. And the game definitely does feel harder straight away. Missed Rodri as well today. Rodri's an absolute colossus. Well done, Max Aarons. Kaiki through to Alexander Isak. Oh, what a hit. Top bins from Alexander Isak. He is back. He is absolutely back. 1-1 level. Start the season, he missed that, but he's managed to get straight back into form. Lovely little backheel assist from Kaiki. And it's top corner from Alexander Isak. Wonderful finish from the Swede. He has scored, what? Is that 7 goals now? 7 goals in 3 appearances. Ridiculous. We've had none of the ball at all. None of the ball at all. Header, saved by Ederson. They're getting chance after chance after chance here. Arteta's side. Good cross in. What a finish. Well, I'm not sure what to say on that one, but what a finish from Florenzi. Should Ederson save that? It was so unexpected that he's hit a volley like that across the goalkeeper. I feel like Ederson gets his hands on it and parries it into his own net, which I'm not happy about if that's the case. He should be saving that, should Ederson. He really should be saving that. 2-1 down. That's a poor one to concede. That's a poor pass from Jimenez. To Jesus. Oh, Gabriel. Through to Grealish with a hit. Good save. Jesus with a header and a save by Bernd Leno. Could have been 2-2 there. Got to keep coming from behind at the moment. Hold on, Calvin Phillips and back down. Can we get a bit of possession in this game? I think I'm glad I played Jimenez, actually, because he's more of an out-and-out defender. As Alexander Isak is played in by Kaiki once more. It's just a little bit too heavy, but he would have finished that. I feel like he would have finished that. Lovely skill. Doesn't quite get away with it. McAtee, Jesus, Tierney. It's got to be a good cross to Isak. It's not a bad cross to Alexander Isak, who hits the post. Jesus on the rebound. Oh my word, what a goal that would have been. Well worked, hard worked goal. And Isak cracks the post. Phillips. Gabriel Jesus. McAtee, good ball. Here's Jack Grealish. There's no one with Grealish here. And Jack Grealish makes it 2-2. Good ball from James McAtee. An assist for him and a goal for Grealish. And without a lot of our best players, we're doing really well. We've lost every single creative player bar Jack Grealish. But he's got a goal for himself here. Good goal from Grealish. Makes it 2-2 just on the stroke of half-time. Only his 4th goal this season. But 2-2 with the last kick of the first 45 minutes. Takes us level into the second half. We just need a bit more possession, a bit more composure. And I feel like we can go on and win this game. That's a poor pass by Smith Rowe, which always going to be dealt with by Calvin Phillips. McAtee. Oh, brilliant from James. McAtee. Oh, into Jesus. Gabriel Jesus with a chance. Saved by Leno. But what a bit of play from McAtee again. He's been fantastic today. He's got to play more. Cross in here. Jimenez! Oh, I thought he was going to head that in. Caught it all wrong. El Neni off. Galano on, not St. Maximin. That's good for me because I can't imagine how to deal with Alan St. Maximin on this. Especially this player thing where they play, you know, their way. Maximin would be pulling out all sorts of skills, wouldn't he, against us? Here's Grealish. Straight into Tavares. Going to go back to his goalkeeper. Bernd Leno. They play it out well. Although McAtee's intercepted this. And here's McAtee. And McAtee. Jesus should score. Grealish with a header on the rebound. Grealish with his second of the game. And 3-2 Manchester City. That ball of McAtee's, if Jesus leaves it, it goes to Isak. Isak scores that. Isak finishes that. But Jesus is not the finisher Isak is. But we're still in front here. 3-2. Brilliant. Brilliant play. McAtee through to Jesus. Should score. Leno with a ridiculously good save, by the way. But then we see Jack Grealish step up. A header ahead of Florenzi, which they will be disappointed with. And his 2nd goal of the game here, Grealish. He stepped up for the side when a lot of players are out, a lot of big names are out. Grealish has been there. 3-2 Manchester City in the 62nd minute. I'm thinking Vlahovic for Jesus and swapping him and Isak round on either side. I do feel like a Dusan, just to come and hold up the ball up there, would be a good change. Jimenez down to Edison. Jesus, what a ball by Tierney. Jesus should score. Doesn't score. He's coming off now, Jesus. Lets us down there. Smith Rowe. What a ball. Tavares. Galano on the volley. Good save from Edison. Jimenez. Oh, brilliant. McAtee. Could have passed it there. McAtee. Disgusting challenge here. This is a straight red card. Without a doubt. For Dwight McNeil. Nasty, disgusting challenge from Dwight McNeil. Another red card, by the way. Why he's done that, I don't know. Look at the eyes of the supporter. Frustrated. I mean, McAtee's going through, but not even a professional foul. It's a really nasty foul. And a free kick here, which you're going to give to Jack Grealish, who could get a hat-trick. Could Super Jack get his hat-trick here? Grealish, it's a mile wide. Absolute mile. Aarons. McAtee. Oh, through the back of James McAtee comes Emil Smith Rowe now. That's a red card. They've got it in for James McAtee. They've watched a young man play today and embarrassed them of Arsenal. Grealish. Lifts one in. Vlahovic in there. Acrobatics from Arsenal to clear. 30 seconds here, but they've got a counter and the referee will let them play that counter. Ball over the top, referee, thank you. Blows his whistle. And a 3-2 win against 10 men of Arsenal. That was a tough one. I tell you what, the slide has changed and made a real difference and made this a lot tougher to try and win games. That is going to end today's episode. Only 3 games because of so many sim games. But we've got Liverpool coming up, Manchester United, Chelsea as well, I believe. So thank you very much for watching. Jack Grealish and McAtee by far the man of the matches in that game. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we'll see you guys next time.